Okay, so it seems that we have an update on the whole NijiSanji situation, and well, it seems that we've got another graduation, and this time it's coming from Rosemi Lovelock. Now, this is quite a surprising one for a lot of people, as a lot of people were not expecting this graduation, and yeah, they essentially put out this graduation announcement saying that we regret to inform you that the NijiSanji EN liver, Rosemi Lovelock, will graduate on the 29th of August 2025. So we still have a little bit of time until they fully graduate, and obviously, you know, this is slightly different to some of the other graduations or even terminations we've seen in NijiSanji, where, you know, obviously they get kicked out almost instantly. But this time, obviously, it seems like this was done on a little bit more on good terms, meaning that they have, you know, obviously a couple of weeks just to say goodbye and kind of, you know, get some things in order. Now, yeah, essentially they say, thank you for your continued support of NijiSanji and NijiSanji EN. We regret to inform you that NijiSanji EN liver, Rosemi Lovelock, will graduate on the 29th of August 2025. Rosemi Lovelock debuted in July 2021 as a part of OBSYDIA. It didn't take long for Rosemi to establish herself as one of the most wholesome VTubers in the industry. Not only did she bring joy and laughter to her community through her online activities, but she also proved her skills and amazed fans on several live stages. We sincerely appreciate and thank Rosemi Lovelock for all of her contributions as a NijiSanji EN liver, and we wish her the best on her next journey. To our fans and everyone involved, as difficult as it may be, we hope that you will still support her decision to embark upon a new chapter and see her off with all the love that she deserves. After the 29th of August 2025, Rosemi Lovelock will receive all of her live activities. For further details regarding her graduation, please refer to the paragraph below. And obviously, yeah, all the social media accounts will be public until obviously the day that she graduates. Memberships will be open for an extra 2 days, which is a little bit weird. And also, as per her requests, all content except for membership VODs will stay public. They say fan letters will be accepted until the 30th of September. They said, we kindly ask for your continued support of NijiSanji EN, and then, you know, provided a contact link down below. Obviously, yeah, this is a very surprising thing, and a lot of people are very upset by this because, you know, Rosemi has been such a huge kind of influence on a lot of people, and I think that, you know, this is one of the ones where it's a little bit more sad. You know, previously we've had some kind of people leaving from NijiSanji, which haven't been the best of people. For example, like Asta Arcadia, who obviously a lot of people were happy to see go and happy to see kind of removed from the space. But Rosemi is a kind of different kind of, you know, person. You know, she's obviously seems to be very much loved in the community. And people were very sad to see them go, but also at the same time, I think people were also happy to see her get out of such a terrible situation that is going on at NijiSanji, because despite there being some really nice people over at NijiSanji, you know, you could tell that obviously they are not being treated the best by them as well. So hopefully, you know, she can kind of, you know, escape that and then maybe do something else. Again, we don't really know what our plans are going forwards, but again, you know, as you can see here, this is a page, got over 500,000 followers. She's got over almost 500,000 on YouTube as well. She also did an important announcement stream, obviously with the fated artwork as the thumbnail, so you know something bad's going to go down. I say something bad, but something big's going to go down at least. And yeah, obviously a lot of people were over on Kurosanji as well, saying, well, wasn't expecting this. And, you know, obviously there's been a lot of support for her. They're saying, and OBSYDIA is down to now just Petra, who is currently on hiatus. Man. And obviously, if you guys don't know, OBSYDIA was the kind of group, I say group, like kind of, you know, next gen of NijiSanji, who obviously included Selen, who is now Doki Bird. So again, it's very, very interesting. Said, hope she's doing fine in her studies. I said, I mean, she might as well be gone. I said, yeah, she hasn't streamed on her own channel in over a year. So again, yeah, Petra is the only one left for now. And they say, and yet again, she wasn't able to talk about before they posted it. Oh, damn. I did just realize that, actually. They did the exact same thing that they did with the previous person who left NijiSanji. They got 5 hours. This was released at 4:02 a.m. And then if you go to their page here, this was released at 4 hours. So obviously, yeah, they released the kind of statement before she was even allowed to stream, which obviously is, yeah, very, very annoying for obviously her. You know, a lot of people are not happy about that too. Obviously, the last one was Raimu, whatever you want to call them. Wouldn't be shocked if she kept quiet as to not take away Reimu. Sunny and Hex did that for each other. I could see Reimu and Rosemi doing the same for each other too. Reimu didn't know Rosemi was leaving, hence the talent NDA stuff against other talents have clearly cut some communications. So yeah. Obviously, a lot of people say, ladies and gentlemen, my one reason to watch NijiSanji has left the building, which obviously, yeah, is true. There's a lot of people, you know, who hate, you know, NijiSanji for a lot of what they've done, but obviously they'll continue to watch people like Rosemi who, you know, obviously they really like, they really, you know, enjoy watching them, and that is the only reason, you know, why they would watch a NijiSanji VTuber. But now, obviously, that reason is gone. For a lot of them, they said, yep, only person I continue to watch, that she was the only one I used to watch before Solan/Doki, and it pained me to refrain from watching her after all of that. So if she goes indie, I'll be happily there for that. And yeah, obviously there is that kind of conversation of will she go indie or not. I mean, there is a good chance, you know, you know, there's a lot of people that have been going indie lately, and I think more and more people seeing how successful they can be and how quickly the VTubing community can actually pick up the fact that this is their kind of indie account. You know, obviously that will get picked up very fast by the community, so maybe they are going to also go indie as well, like some of the other people in the community have done recently. You know, people say my main reason too, same with Rosemi leaving, there's no longer anyone in all of Niji that I've seen more than 3 streams and is still here. You know, people saying, did this actually come out of nowhere? So Rosemi's been streaming less and less for a very long time now. It was very noticeable that, yeah, she was hovering around the 8 stream mark for a while. So her leaving isn't completely out of the left field, but it was also who I was, not who I was expecting to go next. You know, she was on my radar for not being happy, but I wasn't expecting her to be far along in the queue. And if Petra leaves too, then that would make OBSYDIA first to go extinct, and oh boy, are a lot of happy are there going to be a lot of happy boycotters. Rosemi was one of the livers that had a positive image, and one of the people boycotters struggled the most to boycott. Rosemi is sure to receive a ton of support no matter what she does, whether that be reincarnating, pulling a mume, and winding down and just going off to live a happy retirement, which, yeah, obviously it's very, very, you know, crazy because, as they said, you know, it gives a lot of people who've been boycotting, who've been speaking about NijiSanji, one less reason to keep NijiSanji in their good books. You know, obviously, she was one of the main reasons why people were still watching and why people were still kind of interacting with the company was because of, you know, you know, it's just like there's just like one good reason out of like many bad reasons to watch NijiSanji. Now, again, it seems like these people are dropping off like flies, so, you know, I don't really know how many more we're going to see coming out in the future, because, again, it seems to be a little bit of a trend, and maybe this is something to do with something that's gone on behind the scenes with NijiSanji, and obviously, you know, we've had this stuff with Astro Arcadia and them getting terminated, so maybe, you know, a lot of the fallout from that, and a lot of the fallout from maybe some other stuff as well, is now causing a lot of these people to then leave and graduate, because again, it's been like, what, there's been so many in the past couple of months, it seems like it's kind of just a regular occurrence now, which makes me think that maybe there's something even bigger going on behind the scenes. You know, we know that the company is very terribly run, but maybe there is something that is causing all of these people to leave, and maybe we could have even bigger NijiSanji talent leaving in the future. Not to say that Rosemi isn't big, by the way, she's absolutely massive, but again, you know, there are some talent that are at the very top still, and, you know, maybe we could see them also leave due to a lot of these kind of people being unhappy with the company. But again, you know, they have so many talent, I think, you know, it's kind of hard for them to even like fail. Again, and this is NijiSanji EN only. They still have their whole like JP branch and stuff like that. Now, I don't really follow the JP branch that much. It's mainly the EN kind of side of it. So I don't really know how they're getting on in terms of like graduations and terminations or whatever. Like, I don't really know if they're kind of dropping off too. But again, it is pretty interesting to see that there has been this many in such a short period of time, and, you know, they're losing so many, because you don't see this with other kind of companies. You know, you look at like HoloLive and people like that, you're not seeing graduations every single like 2 weeks or so, whereas it seems to be happening with NijiSanji. You know, sometimes, yes, a graduation does happen, it's just one of those things, but I do think that this is like too many, you know, coincidences at once, that it just kind of shows you that a lot of people are now fed up of what goes on at NijiSanji. Now, not just the viewers, by the way, the actual talent themselves, and that is why they are leaving. And, you know, obviously good on them. Hopefully they can do even better in the future. And I hope that Rosemi Lovelock can, you know, continue to do VTubing if that's what they want to do as an indie or as somewhere else. Because, again, obviously it's not the best conditions for anybody to be in. And a lot of people have been actively leaving, calling out, and just essentially being concerned with what is going on with NijiSanji overall. But yeah, I mean, it's some pretty crazy news that's been going on. It literally just came out a couple of hours ago, so I just wanted to cover it. But yeah, it's kind of crazy as well that NijiSanji did actually announce this before Rosemi even had the chance to, which I think is absolutely crazy. But again, obviously, that is just how they've been doing things. And as you can see, yeah, their streams have been slowing down a little bit. They've been a little bit less frequent. Sometimes, you know, there's a big break between, you know, the stream and the last, well, not last stream, but an important announcement stream. So again, we're obviously going to get probably some more streams, maybe some videos and stuff coming out over the past couple of days, or in the next couple of days, sorry. Due to the fact that they're not actually graduating until the 29th. Obviously, the day that I'm recording this video, it is the 13th. So again, we have quite a few days, but a couple of weeks until they actually graduate. So maybe there'll be some kind of final collaborations and things like that, and final kind of streams to kind of clarify some things for a lot of people, which obviously I'll keep you guys up to date with if there's anything big that comes out from that. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to the situation. We don't actually know the reason why. Again, I will try to find out the reason why they've left. I'm like, I pretty much assume the reason why is due to NijiSanji's kind of treatment of a lot of their members. That is the reason why I would think it would be. But again, maybe I'm wrong. It could be just, you know, they just want to leave because they want to do other stuff. You never know. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, go to Game Subs, use my code Kazza, get 10% off again. We've got a ton of really cool stuff over there. I definitely recommend checking out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.